Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as your facilitator for our session today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any point throughout our session today. Second, your camera and microphone are off. We cannot see or hear you. Third, this is just one of many different sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit that registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded and you'll have access to that recording within about a week or so. With that said, I want to introduce our first presenter, Cleveland State University.
Cool. Thank you, Jasmine. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Hanahan. I'm a senior admissions counselor over at Cleveland State University. We're glad you're joining tonight and looking forward to talking about all of our universities. Like I said, my name is Ryan. I'm a senior admissions counselor here at Cleveland State. Just to give you some quick background about CSU, we have around 16,000 students. It makes us a mid-sized university. In my opinion, I think it's like the perfect size university because there's 16,000 people. We're in downtown Cleveland. You're not going to know everyone on campus, and really there's no need to know every single person on campus. What's great about that size, though, is we're able to focus on having a small classroom for our students. So you're going to have an average of about 23 students in your classroom, and as you go further and further into your program, actually probably get a little bit smaller than that. So we really focus on having that intimate classroom feeling. Even though we are in downtown Cleveland, if you're walking down the street and you pass a professor, they're going to know you by your first name, and they're going to really connect with you. And the goal with that is really allow our students to get that connection, because a lot of our professors are professionals in their field now coming back to teach our students. So we want to make sure, when they're looking for an internship, interviewing, networks, whatever it is, we want to make sure our professors are there to help out our students. Even though, like I said, we have 16,000 students, mid-sized university, smaller classrooms, it's not like you're going to be sitting in a room with students from your local high school or local area. We have students joining us from 38 states as well as 79 countries. So really, you're not only going to learn a lot about your program and your major in the classroom, you're also going to learn a lot about people from around the country and around the world, which is a great experience for sure. We have over 175 different academic programs, as well as 18 Division I sports. So whether it's in the classroom, outside the classroom, there's a lot of things for our students to get involved in. We really want to make sure you enjoy your time. So whether that's a few academic programs, 18 D1 sports, clubs, organizations, there's a lot of things going on. So we really want to make sure you have a lot of options to get involved. And finally, we are a young university. We're only established in 1964, but since that time, we've had over 140,000 graduates come through and do a lot of great things. A lot of them are still local to the area, so they still work with our students now to bring them on board for those internships and those co-ops. So the main four things we like to talk about with students when they think about CSU and what we really want them to remember are our engaged learning model, our academic reputation, our dynamic campus experience, and obviously the value and affordability of that CSU education and what it means to our students. So as far as engaged learning, that's not so much a motto at CSU, but really at the heart of everything we do. So it's our way of providing real world life experiences to our students. One thing I always say is, we don't want you to attend CSU, sit in a classroom for 4 years, get a degree, get a job, and then that first day of your job, you realize you don't like anything about what you're doing. So being located in downtown Cleveland, we really get our students outside the classroom as much as possible. So really understand, in the classroom, here's what I'm learning and how it relates to my major. But in the real world, when I go into my career, here's what it correlates to. And being in downtown Cleveland offers a lot of opportunities for our students to do that. So we're able to offer over 3,000 internships each year to our students. A lot of them are going to be at Fortune 500 or Fortune 250 companies right down the street. That really goes in with our academic reputation, whether it's on campus or off campus. We have a lot of resources to help our students really succeed in the classroom, but also, like I said, outside with those internships and those co-ops. As far as our campus goes, it's no secret we are located right in the heart of downtown Cleveland. And, Cleveland's not the same city it was 4 or 5 years ago. There's a lot of things changing, a lot of things going on. What's great about that is our campus is right in the heart of it. So our students are able to get involved with that as much as possible. So as you can see in the pictures, Lake Erie is there. The Cleveland Indians are right down the street, as well as these amazing museums and other things right, steps away from campus. We also have over 200 different clubs and organizations at CSU. So whether whatever you're interested in, there's probably already a group or organization put together. But like I said earlier, we really want to make sure you're able to enjoy your time as much as possible inside and outside the classroom. So really allow our students to explore the city as much as possible. Probably the most important thing, though, is our value and affordability. Off the bat, we already offer one of the lowest tuition rates in the state of Ohio. On top of that, we offer a number of merit-based scholarships and institutional scholarships to really help our students cut down on that cost. One of the biggest programs we have is actually our Csu Guarantee Program, which locks our students into their tuition for the 4 years or 8 semesters it takes for them to reach their degree. So whenever you become a student at CSU, whatever your tuition rate is, you're locked into it. You're never going to get an email or a bill in the mail saying you owe more money. So that way you're able to better budget and better plan for the 4 years that are coming. Like I said, we want to make sure our students can get through the programs, go into their career, but we don't want them to graduate with a ton of debt. So the goal of the guarantee is allow our students just to graduate with as much or with the least amount of debt as possible so they can be as successful in their career. Here's just a quick little overview of our tuition fees. So as you can see for the out-of-state students, that's the current tuition rate. Like I said, that's for 1 full year. Room and board, that's for our typical freshman residence hall. And then as you can see, the miscellaneous fees include books and parking. We do allow all students to have a car on campus if they would like, even though we are in downtown Cleveland, we do have spaces, garages, and lots for our students. So this is just to give you a good general idea of the total cost for 1 full year at CSU. With those scholarships, like I said before, they are merit-based scholarships. So what we look at is your high school GPA as well as your test scores. If you meet the criteria, you're automatically awarded that scholarship. For out-of-state students, they typically range up to $34,000 and they're automatically renewable. So if you do receive it, it automatically adds to your account. You don't have to reapply, you don't have to or different, and you automatically get that scholarship added on your account all 4 years. One great program we have going on right now for our students is our 2-for-1 tuition promise. Essentially what this means is for students coming in the spring of 2021, as long as you meet a few of the requirements, you actually are able to have your spring tuition covered by CSU after a few requirements are met, specifically having a FAFSA on file, taking a full course load, and then finishing that fall semester with a 0.0 GPA. But that is one of our biggest things coming in for students in the spring or in the fall of 2021. So we're really encouraging students to check that out as much as possible and really take advantage of that. It's a great way to save some money in the long run. I believe I am coming close to my full amount, so I will say real quick, I will note real fast, I guess. If you are looking to reach out to our office, here's our contact information. We're doing on-campus and virtual tours and information sessions, but we'd love to hear from you and love to have you on campus as soon as possible and have you explore CSU a little bit more. So thanks, everyone.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Sean Sobleski. I know you're going to see Heather Pennington. I'm filling in for. I'm the Associate Director of Recruitment here at Eastern Kentucky University. Our mascot is the Colonels, and so you're going to hear Colonel Nation all the time. So this is a kind of a huge overview of EKU in one slide. A lot of these points I'm going to talk about in a second, but there's some really, really big ones that I really like to talk about. Number one is we are a gigantic, massive placement type college. We're the #1 college in the state of Kentucky for job placement after 6 months of graduation. That is something that a lot of students really love about our university. We have over 100 programs and they're all career focused, which means that you're going to come in and you're going to be able to major in a lot of awesome, cool things that have a job lined up for after you graduate. We're a huge nursing school, teaching school. Then we have a lot of cool majors like aviation, become a pilot, golf management, a lot of other really cool things. So the university overview is we're located in the bluegrass region of the Appalachian foothills. We're known as Campus Beautiful. If you guys have ever been to Kentucky, we're about 30 minutes outside of Lexington. So we're about an hour and a half south of Cincinnati, about an hour and a half east of Louisville, and then about 25, 30 minutes away from Lexington. We have about 15,000 students, so we're right in that great middle area, not too big, not too small, and we're known as the School of Opportunity. We have almost 30% of our campus now first-gen students. The main reason why is I talk about all the time that we have 100 career-focused programs, which makes our job placement rate really high once you graduate, the highest of any state school in Kentucky, and our student-to-faculty ratio is 15:1. So even though we're at 15,000 students, we still have that amazing 15:1 student-faculty ratio. And as you get older in your junior and senior year, those classes actually become even smaller. So you're going to know your professors very, very well by the time you graduate. Student life, we have over 200 organizations. There is everything you can possibly think of. We also have fraternities and sororities, and we also have a Division I sports to attend. All students attend those for free. I don't know if you guys are big football fans, but the very first game on ESPN this year for football was us versus Marshall. And so it's really cool having that very first game. We have a brand new rec center. It's over 130,000 square feet. It is absolutely massive. It has an aquatic center, climbing room, a game room. We are a huge esports school too, and they have their own section of the rec center for that. And then we always have intramural sports clubs, adventure trips, and equipment rental. We are a big outdoorsy campus. Students love to go kayaking, camping, climbing, you kind of name it. And so if that's interest you, you can definitely find a place at EKU with a ton of great friends. EKU Booksmart is something that I am super proud of to talk about. All of our undergraduate classmen get their books for free. So it's just starting out in fall 21. We're really excited about it. The president of our university understood that, books are a gigantic cost that students might not have the money to pay for out of pocket once they get in there. And so all undergraduates get their books for free. So if you're looking at your financial aid award letter and you're seeing like that massive line that says like, oh, $1,200 in books, that's not the way it is at EKU. You go to our bookstore the very first day of classes, you get your books, and then you return them at the end of the semester. Admissions for fall 21. We are free and our application is free and live. It's something that we understood that, the $40, $50 application fee, sometimes students just don't have to pay that out of pocket all the time. And so if you're a fall 21 student, go ahead and apply to EKU. It's awesome because we are test optional. And so we do review students based on their GPA from their high school. If you are 2.5 or higher unweighted, you will be admitted into EKU as a standard admission. And if you have a 2.0, 2.49, you can do a success first. Just means that you can come in and take a few entry levels classes to make sure you're ready to be at college, and you'll be good to go after the first few semesters. If you're a fall 22 student or later, our application opens up July every single year. And so just remember July 1st, if you want to apply to EKU, just be ready for that date. And like I talked about before, we are a test optional university. And once you do apply to EKU, you can get our portal, which is the picture below, and everything you could possibly want to do or need to do are on that. That's how you sign up for orientation, sign up for events, virtual and in person. We've had in-person tours ever since July. And so if you want to come visit campus, absolutely do so. I know this is probably more important for everyone else, housing, dining, and parking. So we absolutely have parking on campus for all levels of our students. Our dorms are super nice. They're pretty much all brand new. They all have free Wi-Fi, cable streaming services. I get asked all the time, like, I want to bring my Xbox and PlayStation. Our internet's good enough where you can stream and play games whenever you want to. And then we have a massive dining hall called Case. We have a little play on words. Uppercase is where this massive all-you-can-eat buffet is, and then below is like our Subway, Chick-fil-A, Steak and Shake, Starbucks. We have all those awesome places to eat on campus, which you can use your meal pass for. And then we also have a big e-transit, which is our bus system that loops around campus. It's free. And so if you don't want to walk around campus, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous campus. You can hop on our bus to take you to your dorms, your classes, the rec center to go work out. It's up to you. And then scholarships, we have a ton of them. If you are interested in EKU, definitely apply. We have a lot of great ones, and our out-of-state tuition is only $10,300. So our out-of-state tuition is actually cheaper than most states in-state tuition. And so if we are a place that you'd be interested in, please let me know. Drop some questions in the chat box, or you can go to eku.edu and apply.
Good evening. My name's Melanie Anderson, and I'm the admissions officer at the Reading Hospital School of Health Sciences. We're located in West Reading, Pennsylvania, and I also have Erin Barnes joining me tonight. She's our enrollment assistant, and she's ready to answer any questions that you might have this evening. So we have a lot to share with you, so let's get started. Reading Hospital School of Health Sciences has been educating healthcare professionals for over 130 years. Our hospital-based programs are designed to develop competent, compassionate, and extraordinary healthcare professionals. What sets us apart? Our programs are recognized for outstanding academics and clinical experiences. Our partnership with Alvernia University provides students with a challenging academic curriculum complemented by clinical focus and hands-on experience provided at Reading Hospital. Upon graduation, our students emerge as highly employable graduates with the opportunity to advance their career with advanced degrees or certifications. Our faculty members are experienced practitioners, and they are dedicated to helping our students achieve success. Each program provides classroom, laboratory, clinical, simulation experiences that support excellence in learning. We offer these highly regarded programs of study. These programs match your interests, your talents, whether you prefer being at the bedside, accident scene, whether you're working with high-tech equipment, or focusing on one-to-one relationships. Each program has a state-of-the-art lab that supports students as they work through integrating academic knowledge and clinical practice. Our enrolled students benefit from small class sizes, personalized learning experiences, and one-to-one guidance during our laboratory and clinical assignments. Each program is structured to provide career mobility path while providing our grads with knowledge, skills, and credentials to sit for national certification exam. What sets us apart are strong clinical hours that lead to comfortable and confident professionals, strong success rates on certification exams, and strong employability. Admission and program information varies with each individual program listed here. It would be a great idea to attend one of our virtual open houses, a virtual event, schedule an admissions appointment, or visit our website to learn more information about each program's unique requirements and information. If you choose to apply to Reading Hospital School of Health Sciences in one of our programs this evening, we will waive your $30 application fee. Please include college fare under special circumstances on that application, and we will know to waive that fee. As far as student services, you know what? I'm going to go back real quick and just show you the program costs. And those costs are for the entire program, whether it's 3 years, 2 years, 27 months. Those costs include the entire program, including an associate degree in diagnostic medical sonography, medical imaging, nursing, and surgical technology. As far as student services, since our students are considered students of both Reading Hospital School of Health Sciences and Alvernia University, our students really get the best of both worlds. Strong educational experience as well as clinical experiences. They get health and wellness programs through the hospital, use of a gym, sporting events, club sports through Alvernia. Both schools offer strong advisement, counseling, tutoring, writing center. We have great career development and job placement with both schools. Clubs, student government, and other student organizations, as well as residence life. Our residence life is located in Wyomissing Borough, and they're called our Delta apartments. All the units are 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, full kitchen with a dining area, hospital owned and maintained by Reading Hospital. Each unit is equipped with a security system, coin-operated laundry in each building, and we do have student parking. We welcome you to learn more about our school through our virtual events, open house events. We have admissions Q&A events, as well as our website, or contacting us in admissions for more information. We'd be happy to schedule an admissions appointment with you that we can share information about a particular program, the admissions process, as well as all the requirements for that program. Please visit our website to find out more. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you for your interest in our educational programs. Best wishes as you explore possibilities and planning for your future. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, hopefully you can see that. Hi, my name is Molly Corey, and I'm an Associate Director of Admissions at York College of Pennsylvania. I specifically work with students from Central Pennsylvania. So let's learn a little bit more about York. Okay, so if you're not familiar with where we are located, we are in Pennsylvania. We kind of sit at South Central PA. We sit in a really nice nook of cities being close by. So Harrisburg, our state capital, is roughly a half hour north of us. Baltimore, Maryland is roughly 45 minutes south. Philadelphia is about 2 hours east. And then Pittsburgh and New York City are about 3.5, 4 hours, depending on traffic. But we kind of sit smack dab in between Gettysburg and Lancaster. If you're not familiar with our size, we are a 4-year private liberal arts college. We are a medium-sized institution. We have about 4,000 full-time undergraduate students. It's a really nice size because you get the big school feel with meeting all sorts of different students, joining a variety of different clubs. You don't know every single person you walk by, but you have the small school feel where your average class size is roughly 19. So your professors know your name, you know your classmates. So it's really kind of a nice balance. As far as our programs, we do have over 70 majors. Our most popular programs consist of nursing, mechanical engineering, criminal justice, business, and education. But we also have different programs like graphic design, sport media, English. We offer music industry and recording technology, and we have undeclared. So if you don't know what you want to do, that's okay. You have plenty of time to take some classes and figure out what program is best for you. One other thing I want to mention is that we have no teaching assistants or graduate students proctoring our classes. They are all either full-time faculty who have the highest degree in their field, or we do have a few adjunct faculty that teach some classes. So York College is primarily a residential school. We have about 70% of our student body living on campus. Most of our students come from the Mid-Atlantic region. So as a freshman, if you live at York, you will live in a traditional residence hall, 2 students to a room, communal bathrooms, a meal plan. It's pretty simple. As an upperclassman, sophomore through senior year, we do offer a lot more options. We have apartments, townhouses, suites. Many of those housing options have their own kitchens, so you do not have to buy a meal plan if you think you can cook. If you can't, you can always buy a meal plan. But you are allowed to have a car starting freshman year. It's $100 as a resident student for the entire academic year. If you are able to commute from home, if you live close enough, it is a $50 parking permit. As far as student life at York, we have over 100 clubs and organizations. They range from academic clubs to special interest groups. We have Greek life. We offer community service organizations, religious groups, political groups, multicultural organizations. I mean, the list goes on. We do offer intramural and club sports, and then we also offer Division III athletics. We play in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, so we play local schools to us in Pennsylvania. Some of those colleges consist of Lebanon Valley College, Messiah, Alvernia, Arcadia, so they're not super far away from us. If you are curious about our price, as I mentioned earlier, we are a private school, so the price you are looking at is for next year's the whole kit and caboodle, tuition, fees, room and board. So it is a price tag, but as you can see, the merit-based scholarships Any student accepted to York does receive a merit-based scholarship. It is all based off of your academic performance, and the amount does vary if you commute to school or if you would be a resident student. The lowest we offer for a commuter is $1,000 per year off tuition. The highest we offer a resident student is $10,000 per year. So it's a nice range. We also encourage our students to file the FAFSA. That way you can see fully how much money you can be assisted to pay for your college. Once you throw in your financial aid and your scholarships, we are very comparable to a lot of Pennsylvania state schools within our area. If you're interested in York College and you would like to apply, if you are a senior, we are still taking applications. It is completely free. You can apply online. If you are a junior or sophomore, well, mostly a junior, our application will be available on our website July 1st. It is completely free. We will also be on the Common App. But when you apply, you'll be asked if you want to apply early decision or regular decision. If you don't know the difference, early decision is a commitment. So if you are looking at a lot of other schools, we encourage you to apply regular decision. But the last thing I want to mention is that we have become test optional. So that is going to continue for next year. If you want to submit scores, you can, but if you'd like to apply test optional, all we need is your high school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, and a personal statement. So if you have any further questions, hopefully I can, there we go. Feel free, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. And if you'd like to visit, we are offering on-campus tours. So thanks so much.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Max Scorton. I serve as the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions at Hobart and Williamsmith Colleges in Geneva, New York. Hope it's been off to a great day. It's a pleasure to be here alongside such wonderful schools and talking about what I know is an exciting time about life. So what I want to really cover today in just 6 short minutes are a few things I hope will serve as takeaways about Hobart and Williamsmith, including academics, study abroad, career services, and then overall climate outside of the classroom. So Hobart and Williamsmith is located in the Finger Lakes region of Geneva, New York. And so in the small city of, the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York, and Geneva, guys, is a small city of 12,000 people. And we're directly located between Rochester, Syracuse, and Ithaca. So what you're looking at is an aerial view of campus. We're on the northwest side of Seneca Lake. And our slogan, our tagline is, you're thinking about your future, and so are we, recognizing that one day you will graduate and kind of go off to either graduate school or to the workforce. So it's a big part of what we like to address. So perfect. And to talk about the academic climate at Hobart and Williamsmith, there are 45 majors and 68 minors. And I can tell you as a graduate is that nobody goes through Hobart and Williamsmith in the same way. Most people will study economics, architecture, media and society, pre-health, and environmental studies. And what I appreciated about the curriculum is that you've got 1.5 years to declare at least a major and a minor, while some students will double major or major double minor. And what a lot of students appreciate about the curriculum are the small class sizes available at Hobart and Williamsmith. Usually you're going to have around 15 students to each class, and then sophomore, junior, senior year, you've got the potential to get smaller and smaller in the class sizes. So that's kind of what we've got going on in the learning environment. Another popular program for Hobart and Williamsmith has become the Entrepreneurial Studies, which is similar to the show Shark Tank, if you've ever seen that. So that's what we've got going on in the learning environment. Also important to know about Hobart and Williamsmith, there are educational goals that guide and steer the curriculum. So you'll have to take a class that addresses critical thinking, communication, quantitative reasoning, scientific inquiry, artistic process, social inequalities, cultural difference, and ethical judgment. And these are all classes that you take alongside having at least a major and a minor. Awesome. So a lot of people in a non-COVID era, and I want to be clear in that we're not studying abroad right now, but we'll study abroad at Hobart and Williamsmith. And in a normal year, we have 50 programs that go to 35 countries on 6 continents. And I won't name all the locations, but a few of them are Italy, Austria, France, Germany, Spain, Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, Peru, Russia, Thailand. Our most recent program was established in Morocco. So, at Hobart and Williamsmith, we're really trying to develop this idea of becoming a global citizen. So anytime you are able to study abroad, we highly encourage that experience. We also have short-term trips that are geared towards athletes that are usually 3 weeks in length. It's also important to know know that whatever you study abroad at Hobart and William Smith will count directly for your credit to graduate while you're abroad. And whatever you contribute financially, if you receive a merit scholarship for financial aid, that will travel with you as well. So it's an experience that we really want our students to have at the colleges. Next piece I want to talk about today are the opportunities in the Career Services Center. We're fortunate to offer each student who attends Hobart and William Smith a guaranteed paid internship or research opportunity. And it's through a program called Pathways. And Pathways really develops a profile surrounding each individual's interests, values, skill sets, goals, and core competencies, recognizing that what you go on to do could be greater than the title of just your major and minor. So that's why we help build a brand or profile surrounding an individual's interests, values, skill sets, goals, and core competencies. And once your profile or brand is developed, you're eligible for a guaranteed internship or research opportunity. And I want to fully explain the guarantees because we've already developed a network of over 5,500 people who have offered to act as a resource for placement for the internships and research opportunities. These are a few pictures of our short-term career preparation programs, Day on the Hill in Washington, D.C., our Media and Society program in Los Angeles. We've got our finance trip to Boston and New York City on Wall Street. So there are short-term trips that you can get out to explore if you want along the way. And these are some of our past kind of relationships with employers for internships. And it's not all encompassing, but I really think it's important to know that any liberal arts college you go to, I mean, there's no incorrect outcome. I mean, liberal arts colleges produce doctors, actresses, poets, investment bankers. There's just no wrong outcome because to us, it's just this idea of developing a critical thinking skill set, which is valuable in any field. So also important to know the internships usually happen over the summertime. Nobody misses school for the internships. And you've got access to the Career Services Center for your whole life as a Hobart and William Smith alum. So that's what we've got going on in this regard. Awesome. Athletically, we have 23 varsity sports teams. Hobart Division I lacrosse is one of our bigger name brands, but there's 22 Division III teams, football, basketball, sailing, golf, and you can see them listed, but it's quite athletic campus. And we also have a variety of club and intramural sports. And with the clubs and activities piece at Hobart and William Smith, I always advocate it's not that much different than any other small liberal arts college, but what is nice about it is if you don't see a club or organization that exists, you have the agency as the student to start the club or organization, and you'd simply present your idea to the student government. So I always tell people, Hobart and William Smith students really take on two lives. It's, what you do outside of class can be connected to what you study, or it could be something completely unrelated. Maybe you want to take guitar lessons or go hiking on the weekends, or get involved in some way that you haven't before. So that's what we've got going on in the clubs and activities scene. To talk a little bit about admissions requirements, we look for around a 3.5 GPA with higher level coursework or coursework you've had access to throughout your high school career, recognizing that each high school has a different curriculum. So and our application process, we've got early decision 1, early decision 2, and regular decision. And students on the call today, if you're able to connect with our admissions office, we always are happy to help answer any questions. And we invite the opportunity to welcome you to campus for an interview, which we're also doing them on Zoom. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. My name is Max Scorton, and I represent Hobart and William Smith in the Midwest and Pennsylvania. And we wish you the best of luck throughout your college search.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Max. And let me see if I can get the screen. Hi, my name is Greg Landis. I'm one of the associate directors in the Office of Admission, also the rep for all students in the state of Pennsylvania. So I'm going to share some information with you about the University of Akron. Students from Pennsylvania tend to choose UA for our outstanding academic programs, the opportunity for real world experience. So we just don't want you to graduate with a degree. Like some of my other colleagues have mentioned, we have a strong internship co-op programs available. So you make sure that you graduate not just with a degree, but relevant experience. Over 340 clubs and organizations on campus. We are Division I sports. We compete in the Mid-American Conference against schools at Kent State, Ohio University, Miami of Ohio. And Akron, Ohio is about 2 hours, to give you a reference point, about 2 hours west of Pittsburgh. And Ohio's 5th largest city. We currently have just under 18,000 students enrolled here this spring. Let's see, oops, it's not advancing. Our our most popular area of studies for students from Pennsylvania when they come to the University of Akron, we have over 200 plus majors, but then these tend to be the most popular: engineering, business, computer science, art, communications, sports management, and probably one that's creeping up on the list is probably cybersecurity, which is a fairly new program here to the university. The application process, as many of my colleagues have mentioned, we are also test optional, and we are going to be test optional not just for fall 2021, but also fall 2022. Our application for fall 22 should open up August 1st. You can still apply now. You can still be considered for scholarships. We are test optional. These are the steps. You can do our regular application or Common App, whichever is easiest for you to complete. But for the juniors or here joining us tonight, the application will open up for fall 2022 on August 1. We do ask students to live on campus for their first year. Then after that, it's up to you. We have a little under 4,000 students directly here on campus, probably close to 10,000 in off-campus housing within a mile. These are some of the accolades that come with our residence life: high-speed internet, laundry is included in your overall cost. All the buildings have air conditioning. And we also have lowered our housing rates for this upcoming year. We understand that a lot of folks are going through a lot of difficult times, so we have also lowered our housing by 30% for this upcoming fall and hope to continue to keep that same rate for fall 2022. If you're interested in the honors program, we have probably have 15–20% of the students from Pennsylvania apply for the honors program. They're looking for a 3.5 or higher GPA, 27 ACT, 1280 SAT. They are also test optional. So these are usually their traditional deadlines. Their early deadlines, January 4th. The regular deadlines, April 1st. They've extended it. We had some folks that that really just started considering Akron, so they have extended it till May 1 if anyone is looking at fall 2021 and would still like to apply. Affordability, we try to make it as affordable as possible for you and your family to get to Akron. The Akron Guarantee Scholarship, I'll explain in a minute here, but we're looking for at least a 3.0. Our Akron Advantage Award for out-of-state students looks for a 3.0. These are ways to help reduce the tuition. Then we also have additional scholarships, private endowed, academic college. So if I'm in business, there's some scholarship opportunities. Then our underrepresented student scholarship. Scholarships at Akron are stackable. So you're not just going to potentially get one and that's it. They're all stackable to try to get you the best package. All of our scholarships are renewable also, so we don't do a lot of one-year awards or anything of that nature. This is a quick example of how the Akron Guarantee Scholarship grows. Your initial award is based on your GPA and or test scores. So as you complete credits, that award increases by $500 sophomore year, junior level $750, then senior level $1,000. So it kind of grows as you are making progress towards your graduation, and you need to complete 30 credits, which is 15 in the spring, 15 in the fall, or vice versa, to have 30 credits at the end of your freshman year to get the bump up to the $500. Tuition and fees, this is the ballpark look for non-residents. The average package comes in at about 24 to 27, and that's not counting any scholarships that you receive, and usually about 90% of our students receive some form of financial aid and or scholarships to make it possible for them to attend the university. We have several ways to engage. We've been doing in-person visits. Those are available. We have just a tremendous amount of Zoom sessions with academic focuses. Our admissions team offers individual appointments where whatever works for you and your family. We are offering those visits. If you're interested in coming, uakron.edu/visit. We have the next 3 Saturdays coming up. We have visits. So we're trying to offer, and we're still following social guidelines with COVID-19. So everyone's spaced out. There's not a big cluster or anything, but we're working with families because we know that you want to see campus, and we're offering that opportunity. And at the same time, if you're not comfortable, we have Zoom opportunities. And this is how to connect with me if you have any questions at any point. That's my direct phone line. That's my email. I'm more than welcome to help you and your family if they have any questions come up or try to arrange a visit, whatever I can do to help you in your college search process. Thanks so much.
Thank you. So with that said, that concludes the presentation portion of our session today. But I would like to invite all of our panelists to return. To our attendees, feel free to continue posting questions in that chat. And I'm going to also pose a question to the group. The question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? And feel free to respond in the order in which you presented.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I think my favorite event for our students, and I don't get to be involved in it as much as I wish I could, but our student center, what they'll do is they'll actually close it down one night. It's the one building on campus that doesn't really have any academic rooms in it. So it's really a space for our students to relax and, catch a break throughout the school day. What they'll do one night is actually close it all down. They'll bring in, a DJ, they'll open up all the floors and pretty much have a gigantic glow party. And it's just a way for students to relax, enjoy campus, have fun for one night. And like I said, it's kind of a cool little event to be a part of. Like I said, usually we're just there to facilitate and check in on it, but the fact that they have that for our students is really cool. And I don't know what that'll mean for this upcoming semester. I know our activities board is doing a lot of things that keep students safe and engaged at a safe distance. But I think from the years past, it's been one of the coolest events on campus and something really to get students excited about being there for sure.
Mine's going to be Biggie Welcome. So when all of our freshmen come on campus after orientation's done and they've already moved in and all the parents get to go, we throw a massive party. And so all the students get free t-shirts, they can win prizes. We shut down our rec center and we have like live music playing. We have huge games. It goes till very, very late in the night. And so it's one of those events where you come on campus and you get to meet a lot of people. It's really cool because a lot of freshmen coming in don't know many people. And then when they come in, I've seen them literally make friends. And then a couple years later, they're walking around on campus with the same people they were hanging out with at Biggie Welcome. And so that's easily my favorite tradition at EKU.
Hi there. I would say that a really great tradition that we have at Reading Hospital School of Health Sciences is prior to graduation, we have celebrating dinners for each program, and where all the faculty, leadership, students gather. There are happy tears, there are different tears being expressed, but oh my gosh, it's just such a neat experience to have everyone together telling their stories, having a great ending to a great educational experience. It's very rewarding to see everybody.
At York, well, I am a graduate of York College. I forgot to mention that earlier. So I can tell you I did this. But our fun tradition is we have a big green rock on campus, which sounds goofy, but after graduation, all of the graduates can go down and they have like a little white paint marker and they can make their mark on campus. It gets painted over every semester, but it's still fun to come back and be like, hey, that's where my name was. And that tradition has lived on since like the 60s. So it's very fun.
Awesome. I think my favorite tradition at Hobart and William Smith is at orientation. Students and families shake the president's hand. And what I like about this tradition is that 4 years later, you'll meet the president in the same spot as you walk across the stage for graduation. Coincidentally, there's a brick on the stage of Cox Hall, and it's a quote that says, "The ends pre-exist in the means." So I think that was meaningful to my friends and I, and a lot of people enjoyed that.
I would say at Akron, one of the biggest traditions we have is after you move in, we have something called Nuru Weekend, where the Akron Zips are, in case you're wondering where the Roo is, our school mascot is a kangaroo. So it is a full weekend of 72 hours of starts Friday through late Sunday of just getting you comfortable in this atmosphere, making friends, introducing you to student clubs and organizations, and then also blending in where we set up a little bit from downtown, opening up to all the things that are available to you downtown as a potential student. And as everyone's mentioned, just a way to meet people and make some friends. And then we also do, which I think is always very popular, the campus tours. You might say, well, you probably did a campus tour at some point. These are campus tours by your class schedule. So they'll have the students pull up on their phone, their class schedule, and they'll walk around and show them where the buildings are. So we don't have anyone lost on campus the first day, or using Google Maps or something.
Nice. Thank you all for sharing. With that said, this concludes our virtual college fair. But before we close, I have a few closing announcements. The first, as you exit from this Zoom session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 4 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It's extremely helpful for us as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings in the future. I also want to remind you that you can sign up for additional sessions by visiting that registration site. And then again, a recording will be made available within about a week or so. With that said, I want to thank our amazing panelists for joining us, but also thank you to all of our attendees. I hope everyone has a great evening. Goodbye.